What's up, guys? This is Wes from the Nerd Factory. I just got back from watching the premiere of Jurassic World, which is incredible. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. Very, very well done. I won't talk too much about that just because we want to wait till everybody's seen it before we really dive into discussion there. But I figured in honor of the release of that movie, we would take a step back in time and maybe do a little game review of one of many Jurassic Park games, in this case the early original Jurassic Park, which I had on Sega Genesis. If you grew up in the 90s like I did, you know that Jurassic Park literally exploded all over the video game industry. They really had their hand in every single niche that they could possibly get themselves involved with. I had a couple that I played regularly, one of which was Trespasser, which I believe came out in about '98. Arguably one of the first movie-based first-person shooter games. Ultimately, they had to kind of rush production to essentially make it a sequel to The Lost World, which kind of left a lot of bugs. It was very clunky and ultimately wasn't a very well-received game. Another one, which is actually one of my favorites, was Chaos Island, which kind of went right along the lines of The Lost World. It was an RTS game. You would essentially build base camp, protect it from outsiders. You would loot anything from, lumber to metal so that you could build different types of structures. A cool element to it was you could actually essentially steal dinosaur eggs from dinosaur nests, and you could incubate and then hatch your own dinosaurs, essentially controlling them and making them part of your team, which is interesting. Surprisingly kind of ties in with Jurassic World with Chris Pratt as Owen and his Raptor squad. So that part was kind of neat. Coolest thing about that game, I think, was the returning cast for The Lost World, who did all of the voice acting for the characters in the game, which was kind of neat. But in this case, we are going to go ahead and show you a little bit of the Jurassic Park that I remember growing up and wasting way too many hours playing. So, let's do it. So, from what you can tell, it's your basic side-scrolling 2D shooter game. So I'm jumping around here just trying to figure out how to play the damn game. It's been probably 15 years, but everything is kind of coming back pretty quick. So you can switch through different weapons. As you can see here, I got my darts. Earlier I just threw a grenade to get that dinosaur to die. The hardest thing about this game that I'm remembering right off the bat here is just the unpredictability. As you can see, as you move through the map, there's a lot of chance. You can't really see what's below or in front of you. You're doing a lot of jumping. This little side right here, as you can see, I have no idea where I'm going to fall or what's going to happen. Just kind of jumping around, grabbing onto cliffs here. Another element of this game as well is all the different grapple effects to get to certain areas, still holding strong to the unpredictability, but lots of different things that you need to grab on, essentially just ease your way down. You don't know if you're getting to another ledge or if you're going to land into certain oblivion. But you can see all the weapons, you can pick up more ammunition and more health as you proceed through the game. This guy out here, I'm picking up lots of grenades. And I bet this will break. Oh, look at that, it's gonna break. And, oh, look, I'm alive. This time I landed on a ledge. But, oh, another ledge. See, I'm getting lucky. As you can tell, this is actually the luckiest I've been. Before, wasn't quite so lucky. Now, another cool element to this game is the fact that you can pick who you want to play. You can either be Grant or you can be the Raptor, which was kind of neat. Considering that the Raptor wasn't necessarily a primary character in the movie, but definitely a fan favorite, so I like that they included that element into the game. As you can see, kind of the same sort of breakdown here with the setup for the story. And the mission is actually very much the same, just elements of it are a little bit different here. Obviously, you're the dinosaur. we are. Obviously, I'm the raptor. And in this case, a lot of the same sorts of things. The unpredictability is definitely still there. Obviously, I can jump a little higher, and I'm a fucking raptor, so that's pretty neat. Now I'm fighting the people. Pretty straightforward, still kind of jumping around, just trying to make sure. The biggest thing with this game is just really trying to get from point A to point B. You know, you're really, there's not a lot to the game in terms of strategy. You're really just trying to find the best path to get through the game and get through the level. Whether you play as Grant or you play as the Raptor, pretty much the same sort of setup. As you can see here. A little bit tough to navigate around. It's hard to know which ledges you can make, which ledges you can't make. But I'm just trying to get through it. What's happening? Definitely a few glitches here and there, but you know, nothing that's gonna be a deal breaker here, at least not for me. Lots of these thorns. These thorns really kind of piss me off. There we go. Let me get the chicken leg. We're gonna get that chicken leg. Why eat the person when there's chicken leg flying around? I just like kissed him when he died. Jumped on your head. That was it. This raptor apparently knows karate. Now back here again, playing as Grant. A lot of the levels the same. Every level adds a new dynamic here. Obviously in this case I'm driving a boat. Still a good level of unpredictability. But just trying to be careful to get down here and get the supplies. The game really does a good job of adding the suspense. There's our first look at the T-Rex. Trying to remember how I actually get through here, but I'm going to grab these supplies. Get back. Oh no, not in the water. No. There's a lot of really unique levels in this game. For whatever reason, there's a volcano in the background. Don't remember that happening in the movie. But another neat element to the game is that a lot of it is actually based off of the book. So it's kind of neat to see them try to tie in other parts of the story beyond just the cinematic world. Here on one of the last levels of the game. It's very hard. As you can see, the Raptors definitely have it out for me. The soundtrack is another really important element to the game too. The sound is definitely compelling. It adds to that suspense and really just kind of keeps me going anyways. This level probably has my favorite music. God damn it. Just trying to remember how to actually get around. I don't remember this game being as difficult as it is. More things to grapple and shimmy my way across. Come on, get up. Bitch. God damn it. There we get another look at the T-Rex. In this case, I actually need to get around him. I think I need to hit him with my flash grenade, but I don't remember. I just need to not get my ass eaten. This way. Oh, shit. Oh, can't get through the door. Damn it. Well, that's about all I have for you guys. Once you do finally beat the game and get to the credits, it is a very huge sense of relief and accomplishment knowing you were able to get through that. Appreciate you watching. I know that wasn't a whole lot here, but just want to give you a little bit of a taste of my childhood. Don't forget to check us out. Follow us on Twitter at NerdFactoryMN. Check out our podcast. You can find everything through our Facebook page at nerdfactorymn.com. I'm Wes. Love you.